Hello, it's me, Annalisa, and it's Sunday, and I'm later. Thank you for being flexible. Had a little birthday party. June, I got your payment. Um, had a little birthday party to go to this morning for my daughter's friend. So, how is everybody? I'll wait for some people to show up. I know I'm not usually on time-ish. I brought my glasses so I can see this week. Hi, Gabrielle. How are you? I'm okay. I had like even though things were whatever, I had a pretty good week. Friday was awesome. My skating lesson, it was just me, and I take the lesson, I share it with my friend Lisa, and my dehumidifier just got full. Ignore the beep. My friend Lisa, she and my coach Patrick and I, we had the ice completely to ourselves, and we got to listen to our own music. So it's like, it was so nice. Hi, Ashley. How are you? How have you been? How's everybody else been? Did you see that Marjorie Taylor Greene? Is that her name? That's her name, right? I took a 15-minute nap, y'all. Like literally set my alarm on my watch, like put on some subliminals, and it's like really just like it sounds like white noise, rain, and I don't know, whatever. And lay down for 15 minutes. And my alarm went off. It's just like a little vibrating in my watch because I can't stand alarms. And I woke up and I was like, where am I? What am I supposed to be doing? 15 minutes. Anyway. So things are, going along pretty good. But anyway, so MTG is resigning. I guess she'll be done in January. I still think there's some angle there. I don't think that's a straight, I think something's wrong with the Republican Party thing. We'll see. Do you want to start readings? What do y'all want to do? Say hello if you're here. Or be a voyeur. Whatever makes you happy. And then, as you know, we'll do the Oracle card readings. I brought my glasses so I can actually read. Because I was like, well, maybe I'll offer these ones. But the book is like so freaking tiny that I really can't see. This is the book for them. So. Wait, the furnace is on fire. I'm like, what does that say? Hi, the furnace is on fire. Hi, Beerly. Your name is in the description box. Okay, it's Annalisa. I don't like just Lisa for me. It's funny too because my skating buddy is her name is Lisa, and she's like one of the, I don't know. It's weird. I found Beerly is your, oh, you said it's in the thing. Hang on just a second. Nicole, I got your payments. I think you paid for 2. Is that right? Hang on. Give me a second. Dune paid for 2. There's Dune's. Oh, okay. I got yours. Be early. I don't know why I was reading as beer early. There's some like funny little thing that I've seen little TikToks of. What is it? Oh shit! Now I can't remember. But I always read I always read it as like the dirty version instead of the innocent version. My brain, that's how it translates it. Anyway, That's my problem, not yours. Miss Regine, how are you? Are you going to be leaving early to go do readings? And also, I did not respond to the second email you sent me. I apologize. My brain got away from me. It does that. Okay, so wait, I've got Dune. Regine sent me the sweetest email, y'all. I can't even. This lady is such a good person. So if you ever need a reading from her, you should get one from her too. She's also very, but also just a good person. Nicole, be early. See, I read it as beer. I don't know. And Regine. All right. Should we do some readings? Are y'all ready for this? Am I talking loud enough? I'm feeling all like it gets dark so early now, and I had my little 15-minute power nap. Like did not even expect to fall asleep. I was just like, I'm just going to listen to these subliminals and then. All right, let's go. What are we going to do? Tell me your questions. Gabby, you want to go first, love? So wait, I think this is funny. My, yeah, I almost feel like I have to have, bear with me. Hang on. I gotta have this thing on in the background for noise. It's like a sensory thing. I don't know. Okay. I'm back. Yours is on PayPal? Okay, let me find it. This next month? Did you have your baby yet? Just kidding. What's your due date, by the way? January 19th. Oh, little Cappy. Maybe she'll be born on the 12th, like my little one. My daughter's friend was at this party, and this is like a little girl. I don't want to out her because I don't know, whatever. But her mom was like very organic, no like additives or anything. And it was just funny because she like pulls out this ring pop, and I was like, I know, I don't think your mom would want you to eat that. And I was like, I won't say anything. And then I was like, oh, wait, your tongue's going to turn purple. She's like, I'll just tell her I ate a piece of cake. I was like, okay. I was like, I did not see or hear anything. I mean, one ring pop's not going to kill you, right? All right, let's do this. I froze. Fuck. Am I still frozen? Oh, no. Oh, okay, good. Whew. Okay. Let me text my daughter, tell her to get off of Roblox. Maybe that's why. She's probably streaming doing something. Okay. All right, let's see if that helps. Is it still pixelated? Jim. Are we still having issues? So annoying. Fuck. All right, hang on. Let me see if I do this. Is that better? I've been watching back some of my old things. Okay, I've been watching back some of my old things, and some of them were pixelated, and it's really fucking annoying to watch. I mean, I know like who's really staring at me anyway, but Regine says sometimes she listens to mine for like to help her feel like calm through her day, and I'm like, that's so sweet. Like, okay, great. It should be better now. I just switched to a different thing in my house. See if that would help. Whatever you call it. I don't know. I'm not a techie. All right, so but there was a message I gave to Regine, I think in October that I saw, and it was something about your maybe your readings and stuff picking up and making more money around Thanksgiving. So I was like, well, that's kind of right now. You do it at work. You listen to the recording. They keep you calm. Yay. Okay. Let me hang on. I'm trying to get like comfortable. It's happening. It's happening. Time is happening. Yay. I love that. I love that so much. Cause I was like, I said something like, your numbers aren't necessarily going to be huge, like as in like subscribers and followers and stuff, but your money is going to start going up around that time. So I was like, oh, I'll have to ask her about that and see if that's actually happening. I'm so excited when I get stuff like because really and truly your intuition is weird. And when you get stuff, it's like, it sounds like bananas. I don't know. The more you do it, the more brave you get about saying stuff that sounds totally off the wall. Okay. So let's do some readings. All right. Gabby, your due date was the 19th. Let's do your reading. And then if you're here for free Oracle card readings, I do them at the end after I do the paid ones, if that's okay, if you want to come back. It's been 7 days and money came in every day. Nice. Well, it's just going to keep going. Oh. I like the strings in my hoodies to play with them. I guess this one came out. Bummer. Okay. Did you just get a new pet? It looks like a little white puffball. I honestly can't tell if it's a cat or a dog because it's got pointy ears. It's puffy. It's little. If it's not white, it's like a gray. It's a lighter color. But I just keep seeing a small animal around you. And my logic brain goes, that's crazy because you're just about to have a baby. But it feels like there's another addition to your family. I also feel like your clairvoyance is really going to be picking up because I keep feeling like your dreams are really, really vivid. So with each one of my pregnancies, you did have a kitty come into your garage for a few days, but we found the owner. Oh, okay. So with each one of my pregnancies, my abilities increased somehow. So, yeah, your dreams are so vivid right now. So with each one of them, and it was like, I don't even remember what they are anymore, but I just remember getting like something new with each pregnancy. And so I just feel like you're getting like your clairvoyance is really going to ramp up right now. I also feel like once she's born, your clairaudience is going to start picking up. She's going to be really, really intuitive. I don't know why every time we keep getting readings, we're doing them for her. Apparently things are going to be about her, she exists. um, I also feel like, so this is interesting because this happened to me with my kids too, is you're going to be very telepathically connected to her. Like an example of this is I would put my girls down. And then every time that they, like when I knew they were going to wake up, I knew that this isn't working language wise. Sorry. I would always know they were going to wake up in about 15 minutes because I would get this really like vivid, strong image of them in my head. And then I knew 15 minutes later that they would be awake. You're going to have more connections like that. I got somebody's payment. I don't know, Charlotte, I don't know what your screen name is, but I got your payment. What was I going to say? There's something with, I don't know if this is a poppy or, hang on, there was one other thing. Oh, with my oldest, when she had surgery, she had her tonsils and adenoids out at like 2.5. And when she went into surgery, she came out, like astral projected, I guess, because yeah, whatever. And she came out holding a hand of a really large energy. And I think it was like an angel, a guide, something like that. But it was huge, like massive, like filled the room. And she's holding, her tiny little hand is reaching up and holding a hand. And we talked, like she came out to the waiting room and we talked about like the experiences she would, that she would experience after the surgery. And then I knew it was time for her to go back because I saw them walking back. And the person who was like at the desk out in the waiting area had like called me in, and the I don't know if it was a surgeon or I can't remember. I think it was the surgeon. She or the, I don't know, whatever. I don't remember who it was, if it was the circulating nurse or what it was, but they were like, "We're sorry it took so long." She was a hard stick. She was hard to find her veins. The anesthesiologist had a hard time finding her veins to start an IV, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh, I didn't even notice. I knew she was fine. Like, but I feel like you'll have that kind of a connection with her. Ashley, you sent another payment? Okay. I did get your payment. Oh, that Shar, I got your payment. Mm-hmm. And he's about to work. Yeah. And I feel like that'll be how it is for you. I feel like you'll have a really deep connection with her. Is your left knee bothering you? I'm just randomly rubbing mine. That's why I'm asking. Your back feels better this week. Sorry, your question was if anything was coming in and like your daughter butted in. She might make it a little hard for you to focus. Your knee has been bothering you and the Charlie horses are crazy, right? What is that? Charlie horses are magnesium or potassium? Maybe. Oh, well, I would say eat more bananas. She wouldn't mind if you ate more bananas. I appreciate you too. I also keep feeling like so when my knees hurt, it usually has to do with my hamstrings and my quads being really tight. So it might help you to stretch a little. If you're so closed, you could probably do like an Epsom salt bath. That might help too. sometimes like even early on, you can get like a little bit of a fingertip opening in your cervix. If you're still closed, you can probably do a nice little bath. I feel like she'll be a little early. Maybe on the 12th. Just kidding. Do you like, I'm like, I was like, yeah, I feel like, I don't know. Let me think about your question. Sorry. You know what's funny? As I was like thinking, I was like, is a relief coming in or anything else? I actually feel like something happened where your mom is no longer an issue. Not like something bad happened to her, but I just feel like something shifted where I almost feel like that's like not even a thing anymore. Sometimes we want to know when things are coming in instead of just enjoying and appreciating the status quo. I was thinking about on my walk this morning how like I was thinking about time overlaps. Misty had asked a question on one of my TikToks, and I need to go back and answer it. I haven't been doing any social media at all. I've actually, except for this. I'm gonna get there. But she was talking about a dream and like seeing a place that she's really really familiar with, but then things being different. And so I was kind of thinking about like time overlaps and um, like the difference between like different lifetimes and how, some people will come and ask me like, well, what's my purpose? I just like, and like everything's your perfect purpose, but there's also the idea that somehow, and maybe it's the society we live in because there's so much that you can put out there, right? And people can be famous or known for something. And really, there are many lifetimes that we choose that are just, I don't want to say average, but just low key, right? There's not like the big hoopla and the giant goals. It's just, just finding peace in the everyday and the simplicity of it. And I think sometimes these are the things I think about sometimes on my walks. And I think sometimes that happens because we have other lifetimes and if time happens all at once, right? It's all happening at once. So you're living parallel lives, not past lives, future lives, parallel lives. And some of those are so big, we need other experiences to be just like taking in the day to day, what it is to work or just have love or families, and appreciating the quieter experience. I don't know why I'm sharing this right now. There was a point that something that brought me to this. Oh, it was that the idea that people are like, well, wait, what's going to be coming? Like, right? When's that big moment going to happen? And it's like, like sometimes you're just supposed to experience the day to day and find the joy in the peace of it, or the joy in the monotony. There's nothing wrong with things kind of just flowing. Um, and that's not to say that you should find like the joy and stuck in like fight or flight mode or anything like that. Like just because you're like, things are never going to change, but just the quieter life. Absolutely. You needed that. You feel like I'm always just waiting for something to happen. Yeah. But you're not the only one. There's like a lot of people who are just like waiting for that thing to happen so that they can like jump into life. But what if this life experience is really because these other parallel lives are so big or so dramatic, right? Like full of like, trauma and heartache and whatever, that you need your soul, this portion of your soul needs just to like, okay, right? Just to like exist and peacefully and like, okay. Um, Hang on. Oh, your mom, she's a lot calmer. You've been worried about her health lately. She's so tired lately. It's just been strange. It's her blood sugar. I don't know if she'll listen to that, but that's what I think it is. That's what I got just reading that question. Um, Your sister will be there when she comes. Mhm. I realize that when I watch these backs, I need to read what y'all say just in case someone's not reading the comments, because then otherwise it looks just like random. Like, why is she answering that? So, and why did I watch it back? I think I was looking for something. I was trying to figure out. There was somebody had asked a question a while ago, and I was trying to just see. I don't know. I thought that was an interesting way, like a perspective, which I guess unless I ponder those things, they don't come to me that way. It was really just because I was trying to figure out what she was experiencing, because I've had so many dreams that are prophetic where I've dreamt of a place that I'm very familiar with, like the university I went to in Eau Claire. And I remember like walking through the campus and walking through like the main building, like whatever gathering place, whatever it's called, Davies on Lower Campus. And like, but when I walked through, I was like, I knew it was Davies, but it like looked nothing like what. And then just like walking around Lower Campus, it looked nothing like when I went to school there. And then I think within 10 years, it was definitely more than 5. I happened to look it up, and they had totally like redone a ton of the campus has been redone and changed. Like the dorms I lived in are so nice now. They were such trash when I lived there. And they're like, everything is like so much nicer now. Whatever. I'm not bitter. Okay. Let's keep moving. If you stay to the end, you get a free Oracle card reading. I just do the paid ones first. If anybody's new, I'm Mona Lisa. Nice to meet you. Say hello. All of that stuff. And then I need to add some people to the list that purchased. I think. Okay. Let me just update the list quick. Fern, how are you, dear? I see you. Okay, so I have Fern and another one for Ashley, and then I can't remember your screen name, but it's Shar is on there. Okay, Ashley, what are your questions? Oh, wait, the first one I read, hang on. Hang on, let me find your screen name. Charlotte, I don't know if. My middle daughter came up to me and she's like, Mom, my friends were like, what are you doing? Like, she's like this. And she's like, they were freaked out that something was wrong. I was like, oh, she's all excited, hypermobility. I'm like, yay. I'm like, no, that's really not, you don't want it. Not a good thing. Wobbly joints, not so great. Okay. Oh, that's Shar. There you are, dearie. Nope. Stop it. Cut it out. Sorry. There we go. There we go. Okay, Ashley, you asked about your appointment and for your visa and if everything was going to go okay. I do feel like it's very smooth this time. You're going to panic, I feel like, at one point, because I feel like the person gets up, because I hear the chair like kind of push back and goes to talk to somebody about something, but it's okay. Like, it's not a big deal. And you're going to walk out of there and it's going to be fine. It feels like I heard smooth sailing. Okay. So no worrying. I understand like that idea of like when it's like you had like last year was such a fiasco trying to get it, but you're not going to have that issue this year. So try not to panic about that. I know, but you're not going to have that this time. And then is your second question in PayPal or is it in? Oh, okay. Here we go. a time frame for your visa or for the second one? For being pregnant. I think um there's the visa for getting the actual card. I don't know why 2 weeks is popping up. So I don't know if it's like if that's normal for mailing it out or what, but it doesn't feel like long at all. Excuse me, guys. Um and then the there's a couple things I feel like with the having the chemical pregnancies. I almost feel like you ovulate like inconsistently is the feeling I get. I also feel like there are times where you're dropping 2 eggs. Um, there's something about I'm gonna call it the donor sperm, even though I know that's what it is. So um, okay. Stress is a really interesting thing, and it's not just your stress, but his stress too. And when you're putting pressure on it to happen, like really, really wanting it in that sense. So if you approach it like just have fun, just enjoy the moment, um, without a goal in mind, it'll happen. Like just enjoy each other in the moment, enjoy each other's bodies, and then you won't have an issue. But it's like there's the stress and pressure of getting the visa, and there's something he's got going on at work that just feels that. And then there's also the need or want to have this baby. It just like the act is feeling like a pressure cooker rather than enjoyment and fun. Okay. It doesn't feel like long. So that's all I'm going to say for the getting the visa. As far as getting pregnant, it just feels like just enjoy each other and have fun, and obviously don't try to prevent anything. But it feels like if you just approach it with that, it's like it happens. It's easy and it's like not an issue. And also remember, this is like important too. Um, yeah, but his stress and pressure is kind of more about there's something at work, and yours is like a goal. And even so, it feels like even when you're doing it, there's a goal in mind rather than just having fun. Ring the bell. That's what I mean. Like just have fun. Just enjoy each other. Um, I mean, you can tell me all those things or whatever. That those are the feelings that I'm getting from when I connect with it. So I don't know. It's like when other people ask me things, they're like, but that doesn't even make any sense. I'm like, welcome to my world. None of it makes sense to me. I can give you anecdotes of all the times that people have told me that doesn't make sense. It doesn't fit. And I'm like, okay. And then they come back and they're like, well, actually it did. So all I'm telling you is that like, there's so much stress each of you has going on, just and have fun. Like that's it. And laughing. Sorry to be so vulgar, but that's kind of like what I'm getting. Like, just do it for fun and don't protect yourselves. The other thing you have to remember is when you're having a child, and I think people think like, but I'm ready. I'm like, yeah, but that soul maybe not needs some specific alignment of the stars, needs some specific timing for their own journey, that it's not always about you. Same thing when you're doing relationships. It's not always about your timing. Sometimes it's the other person's timing. Oh, I want to share this manifestation thing. Two of them. So when we went ice skating for that, but the birthday party happened to be for ice skating. And my older daughter's friends, like my middle daughter, her friend came to meet us to go skating so they could skate together. And I was talking to her mom, who I'm friends with. And she started saying like, oh, I just, I want to get a new job, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, hang on. If you're into, do you see it happening soon and being successful? Yes. But the caveat is have fun. Stop looking for the goal. Just have fun. And have fun. Like that's it. That is your assignment from the universe. Just have fun. Enjoy it. I know that's not like, but like they're just asking you just to enjoy it. So she said like, a year ago, like she was kind of talking about stuff that was happening at work and just like, I really need to get a new job. And I was like, I said, if you're into manifesting and you're like, she's like, I've been visualizing myself in the new job. I was like, okay, great. Now I was like, make sure you say like smooth transition between this job and the next, because otherwise the universe is very amazing and they will fire you and like you'll get fired. And then like you're forced to get that new job because that's what you were manifesting, is getting a new job. And the other thing, cause she said like a year ago, she started kind of doing it. And it was funny, like, cause then this thing happened. And I go, remember sometimes when negative things happen, like something happened at work with like a situation, and then it getting back to this one person who's above her, who's like holds grudges and stuff. And so like, and I was like, and then sometimes like those kind of things happen because it pushes you to make that move of the thing you want to manifest. So like sometimes when you're manifesting for something, you think like, oh, these terrible things are happening. I'm like, but it's pushing you in the direction that you want to go. Like it doesn't always happen easily. There's growing pains or moving and shifts and things that have to happen in order for that thing to come in. So you're wanting this baby, but like sometimes it's not going to always be like, it can be really easy, but sometimes it's not. And there's other reasons behind it, like for this other thing to happen. I don't know how to explain it any other way. Sorry. Okay. All right. Dune, what are your questions? You're welcome, Ashley. How many other readers are going to tell you to can have fun? Sorry. I had a feeling, Dune, that you're still unemployed. And I was like, damn it, I know he's going to ask about work. I was like, oh, I don't want to keep answering that one because I'm clearly not getting it. Like, it's not. My chiropractor, I would go into him when I was like, I don't have him anymore. I haven't seen him in forever. But like this was years ago because he's married now with 2 kids, but he's like, when am I going to get married? And I'd be like, I swear to God, I see her around you. I can feel her energy in your, like, I can feel it. And it's just, I don't know why it's not happening. Yeah, but I also feel like with the job thing that there's something happening where, say you're pushing away because it's such an asshole statement, but like, were you offered something or did something come in, but it didn't quite fit or it didn't quite work or it wasn't quite up to you had an opportunity but missed it? Because I was like, I feel like something came in, but like you pushed it away or something happened. Yeah. Don't do that. Does that help you? No. All right. So I have to say this. So when did it come in? Did it come in the time frame I said it would come in before? Because I want at least that validation because I'm like, well, I don't know. And then like, what were you afraid of? I could just reach through and smack you a little bit for that. I'm kidding. Oh, sir. You were mentally ill tonight. Okay, then I'm sorry. I won't smack you. I'll give you a huggy. Look, I feel like something else will come in like 3 weeks, but I'm going to say this. It's not going to look great. Like it's not going to feel you have a job coach. Okay. Hi, McKeegan. Good to see you. It's been a while. I used you actually as an example when I was telling my friend about finding the job and like having making sure they intend for it to be a smooth and easy transition from one job to the next. Yeah. So 3 weeks. And what I feel like with that job is that it's not like when you look at it, it's going to be like, but I still feel like you're supposed to take it. So it feels like either maybe it's not enough hours or it's not enough pay or it's not like, something's not quite like, it's like, but I still feel like you're supposed to take it because it feels like it's like a stepping stone to the next thing. It feels like it's like maybe they are then like once you start, they offer you more hours or they offer you better pay or there's a position to transition into, but there's some reason where it's like, it's not going to look great on paper. It's going to look like it's not enough. Like, but it feels like take that opportunity anyways. I don't know what kind of job it is, friend. Honestly, I don't know, but it feels like it doesn't look ideal, but take it anyways. Hang in there. Are you getting enough, June? Are you getting enough vitamin D, getting some sunlight? I just feel like you really could use a little. Like, not to say like vitamins cure mental illness, but I also feel like you do better when you connect a little bit with nature. So you can kind of push yourself out to get a little bit of sunshine. You take vitamin D, right? But I still feel like you need nature. I also feel like you do better connected to like, there's some connection that you have to water. Like maybe even if, I don't know if you're in landlocked or where you're at, but it's like, take a walk near water. It will be healing for you. Okay. General reading. You do not have sun. Well, I don't know what to tell you. Just go outside. Take a walk. There's not even like an hour of sun a day. Is it that far north? Will your medication change? I feel like yes, slightly, but not in like in like 2 to 3 months, not initially. So I don't know if it's a like slightly up it or they add something to it. Um, also, I just feel like you're not like you're sort of isolating a lot. Sir, open your windows too. Let some energy move in and out. Hang on. What are you saying? You don't want to inject. It gives you, what's a katisi? I don't know what that is. You are alone. I know. But I feel like you isolate in your apartment. I feel like maybe you're in a studio because I don't feel like it's that big. And I feel like I don't see a lot of natural light in your apartment, so I don't feel like you have a lot of windows. Um, you try to walk every day, yeah. I feel like even if you do like 2 small walks a day, I just like get out. And even if you don't have, you really need to create some community for yourself. And I know like making friends is kind of hard, but I just feel like you need, even if it's just like little friendly banter with the person at the corner store or just something. You're going to start blogging? Okay. Still feel like you need to interact with some people. What is that? You said it gives me the medication, the injections. What's a CATC? I don't think you meant that word at all. But I was just curious what it is. Oh, akathisia. Oh no, what is it? Not akathisia. It's there's a word for it. I know what you're talking about. Now that's going to annoy me for about a minute, and then I'll move on. I'll figure it out. Akathisia. That's not right, is it? Wait, Missy, always, you can always butt in and give updates because then I can share them here. Sorry. I just see your email. You have to move yourself all the time. Oh. I don't think that you'll get the shots. I just want to say that. That's not the feeling I get, is that you'll have injections. I feel like the medication will be either just like a slight increase of what you're on or like even just a slight increase of what you're on and maybe an addition of another pill. But I don't feel like it's going to be injections. Yeah. Just the overwhelming, when you're like asking for a general, the overwhelming feeling I get that they really want to kind of talk about is like the isolation and kind of getting yourself out a little bit more and trying to find, even if the interactions that you're having are just with, just minimal of like saying hello to somebody or just having a human connection. you don't have to become best friends with anybody. You don't have to have a buddy buddy. Just having that is really important. Yeah, it's like dark here already. I just feel like you need a little bit of that. That's what they want to focus on. I had a client this week, 75-year-old woman. She's like, where can I meet my best friend? Which I thought was really cute. She's like, where am I going to meet my bestie? And I saw myself ice skating and like but like in the synchro team that I skate with. And I was like, I don't know that you're going to ice skate. And then like, she let me finish and like explain it to her and everything else. And she's like, well, I used to ice skate like 10 years ago. I go ice skating then. Like, if you still can do it, go do it. Like, go to I call it old lady skate. There's like some older people sessions, but it's mostly old ladies. And old by like me and up. But like, it's like, go do that. Because I feel like you meet people there when you go do something you love. Miss Nicole, how are you? Okay, yes, we should move on, Dune. Okay. Okay. Your blogging isn't the thing that makes you a writer. You're the thing that makes you a writer. So it's about consistency and just showing up and doing the thing. I can never figure out this thing every time. So annoying. It's just you having to just show up and do it. So it's not about, writing, a whole thing. It's just showing up and doing it consistently is what makes you a writer. The other thing about embracing, like, and manifesting, it's like, well, I want to be a writer. Well, like, you write every day, you're a writer. Bam. You want to be a successful writer? What does success look like to you? Does that mean have a lot of followers? Does that mean having a lot of income? Does that mean just enjoying writing? Like, I mean, you have to look at what the definition is for you because it is subjective. An author. Right. So, like, you're an author. You write something. Do you want to be a published author? And I'll still take a question if you want. You can go ahead and join the list. Let me just move on though. Okay, Dune? Okay. My sister Leandra left my mom's abruptly to move to Virginia, but has been coming back to stay at my dad's often. I'm triggered and feel like she's taking advantage without regard of anyone, including her son. What do you see happening? Who has the stomach problems? Is it you or Leandra? My stomach just feels real tight. Is she bipolar? Because I feel like I'm like, my brain feels super chaotic when I connect with her. She has like racing thoughts and she paces around and talks to herself a lot because I just feel like and then I feel like I break down. Stresses your dad out. So she's making choices like that when you're like, I feel like it's without any regard to anybody else, but like she's not capable to really think about anybody else because she's like, this is like a lot. She's always been, or it seems like that. Okay, hang on. You have stomach stuff, but your dad has no. It doesn't feel like your dad. If it was, it felt like yours or your sister's. She's always been, or it seems like it, and she does like the racing thoughts and like the pacing around and the. So like when you have a family member that is very mentally ill, uh, it's really hard. So I'm acknowledging that because I can speak from experience, especially when it's so disruptive and damaging in many ways. But understand that she's not capable of looking at it from a logical lens. So I would like talk to my mom about a lot about this with my sister. Like my mom would be like, well, she just did this. I was like, yeah. Like, mom, it's not. It's nope. Like that, like she's not capable of that. And if she was capable of looking at it from a logical sense and like seeing everybody in it, she would do that. But she's not. Um, I do feel like at a point, so there's something called a 5150 hold. I think it's that in New York and New Jersey. It's called a 5150. Um, I know it is in Texas for sure. I'm pretty sure in New York and New Jersey it's called that too. So it's basically like something will happen to trigger her to have some kind of intervention and get brought to a hospital. And it's in Texas, it was like, I think it was 3 business days. So if you got brought in on a Friday, Saturday, and Sunday don't count. And it's like being hospitalized for a psych evaluation. And usually it's a threat to yourself. Or if you're a threat to yourself or like threat to another, being a harm to yourself or harm to another. I feel like something happens where she is hospitalized and it feels like maybe for 2 or 3 weeks. Um, I'm not getting a time frame on that. And yes, it's upsetting. I don't feel like it's something you can worry about because it's you don't have any control over it. So it's sort of one of those things where you have to kind of go. And I can be wrong too. So we're gonna like leave that out there that I can be wrong. Um, and I don't feel like she actually harmed somebody. So I want to say that too, or actually harms herself. But it just feels like the chaos kind of becomes so much so that she needs an intervention. What would happen to her son Matthew? Like any idea if it would be while they're in New Jersey? I feel like it's a New Jersey event. I have to say that. And he'll be fine. Yeah, he'll go to a family member. Um, I do feel like at some point you're kind of he's in your care. So I don't know if it's just you help out a lot or what exactly happens. She definitely stresses your dad out. Like he's very worried about her. Is it going to worsen his situation? No. I don't feel like it makes that stuff worse, his health stuff worse. I just feel like it's like emotionally, it's a lot though. any idea how my mom dealt with her leaving? Absolutely no contact. Your your mom's a peach. She um I don't feel like your mom's not one to like think like, oh, what did I do? I feel like she was like, fine. Like I don't want to say I don't think she cared, but I feel like it was more good riddance to bad rub is just sort of the nicest way I'll put it. My energy right now describes so much. Yeah, okay. I just feel like, I mean, your mom's an interesting character. It's like, uh, um, you're nothing like her. Be grateful. So, uh, it's hard having interesting families, isn't it? My neighbor, because like I was talking to him about some stuff, and he gave me a big hug. He's like an older man. He gave me a really big hug. And then he like called me the next day to check on me and like whatever. And it was really funny though, because I was like, it was a really nice dad hug. And his response was kind of weird. I was like, I mean, is there wrong saying that? Like, is that wrong saying? Like, I wasn't trying to like, I think he read that differently. Like maybe I was trying to be like, like I don't know, but I was like, it was like a dad hug. Like I don't know, is there like I said, I'm estranged from a lot of my family, so it was kind of nice. Thank you. uh, so hard and no one around. Well, lady, come join me. I can relate to the crazy families. Uh, Aisha, I'm just hang out here for a little bit or come on back in a little while. I'm going to do the paid readings first and then I'll do all the free ones. And I don't know if I have love cards. So I'll show you all the decks and you can pick whichever deck you kind of feel drawn to. You're very welcome. Listen, I think sometimes I was given the not greatest shit to deal with so that I can help others. When I actually messaged my therapist about something what's going on. She was like, I'm so happy for you. Oh shoot. Sorry, Nicole. I didn't take you off the list. But she, did you have a second? Was that 2 questions for you? I can't remember. No, that was 1. Okay. But there was a point where she asked me, like when I was still seeing her, something that happened with somebody. I don't want to name like names or anything. And I was like, she's like, I mean, does that really make you angry? I'm like, no, I just figure I'll just use it to help somebody else at a point. Like, I don't spend too much time in anger. I think people think that's weird, but I don't know. I just like, I feel angry at points, but not even really any, I don't know. I don't know. I just feel like, I don't know. I get wrapped up in all that. I might get annoyed with people, but I don't really ever feel angry or hatred or any of that stuff. I don't know. People confuse me. All right. Be early. What's your question, love? What can I expect from coming from Jeff next? He's someone from the past who came back. You're welcome, Nicole. People confuse me more than anything. I mean, like my neighbor. I was like, what's wrong with a dad hug? I don't know. I don't get a lot of hugs. I like the dad hug. Thanks. I make it hugs for my kids, but whatever. Jeff. Do not take this the wrong way, but he feels kind of like a dumb puppy dog, like a golden retriever. You know, golden retrievers are kind of like, oh my God, love, give me hugs. That's what his energy feels like to me. Like, Like maybe you would have had problems with Jeff and Jeff just like didn't get it. And it wasn't his fault. He just wasn't processing it well. Um, Jeff is he's not a complex being. I'm not knocking on him. I think not complex beings are great. He's not complex. Um, I think Jeff just doesn't get it sometimes. So like he's not good at reading what you're thinking. You have to just tell Jeff what you're thinking. Um, does that make sense when I say that to you? Like, does that resonate for Jeff? He doesn't. I don't feel like he doesn't have a mean bone in his body. I just feel like he just needs real direct communication. I mean, he really does have like puppy dog energy to me. You had a long chat a few days ago. Or feeling things flow better between us. Yeah, I don't think that there's anything bad. I'm just saying, like, I feel like you have to be really direct with him. There can be no subtlety or nuance or like hope he'll get it. Like, just real direct communication with him. I don't feel like it's a bad thing between you. Like, do you care? Direct communication, right? Like, you just, that's why I said, like, he just is kind of simple. He, it's not, I'm not saying he's dumb. He's just simple. It's like, uh, he's just not a complex being. I feel like, why is he back? I keep getting golden retriever references. So it's like his love tank is on empty and he really just enjoys your energy. Um, it's like what you can do for him kind of thing, like filling up his energetic space. But that's not to say that you don't need to set boundaries and get what you need to get from a relationship too. Um, yeah, you have to pay pal. Um, do you have it? Do you want me to link it? Excuse me. By the way, if I ever burp or whatever, I will never say confirmation burp because it's so weird when people do that. I'm always like, stop. It's like so. Okay, I pinned the link. I don't know that it's like about boredom, and I don't know that it's just. I mean, who doesn't want the physical? But I don't know that it's about boredom. I feel like it's like it is an energetic thing and a connection with you, like a relationship connection that he missed, that he's not getting somewhere else. Um, I don't feel like it's manipulative or like use them and lose them kind of thing. You're a bit on guard because previously I was left quite hurt because he chose to be with someone else. Yeah. But I don't feel like it's a use them or lose them kind of thing. I think he didn't. Uh, I mean, he missed your energy. I don't know any other way to say it. Um, does not mean that you're supposed to just open yourself up or that you have to. And I think set healthy boundaries. Um, don't allow or accept bare minimum from people. But he's pretty. I mean, he's a simpleton. And don't think you're also not required to think like, just because I'm not like he's the most evil. I don't think he's the most evil person in the world. I think he's, I don't know. I mean, if you think of a golden retriever, what do golden retrievers do? They like they're kind of like petting whores, right? Like they just go to everybody. They can't get enough. So maybe that's why kept getting that over and over. But like, decide what you're going to want out of it too. Like, I mean, I don't think he's your long-term person. I'm going to say that. But does that mean that no, like you have to do that? No. I mean, I don't know. I mean, where you have to kind of know where you're at. I mean, I dated plenty of guys before I got married that I was like, I know this is going nowhere, but I'm going to enjoy the time for what it is. Like, I'm just killing time. Like, okay. So if you go into it with that mindset, I mean, you get to decide what it is. The other thing is you can do the manifesting thing. Like, if you really want a relationship with this guy, just decide. Do the law of assumption, which is your beliefs create your reality, and like literally just be like, he wants me and only me. He's only attracted to me. And then if you have to, like, keep reaffirming that. You start to get nervous about it, doesn't matter. Even if I get nervous about it and switch, that makes him want me more. That makes the energy come to me more. Like, you literally get to decide anything that you want in life. Now, does that mean that everything happens, transitions and things like that happen smoothly? No. But it's just a bridge of incidents. You don't think that he's for the long term either. I just really don't understand why there's this pull between us. Um, these days, I'm just trying to manifest the kind of relationship I'd like to be in rather than a specific person. So then, if you know he's not that kind of relationship and you already kind of had that, then move on. I'm kind of like, I I know that people are like, I want somebody back. I'm kind of the like belief system, like I've been there, done that. Like I don't like when you see those tarot readings, like pull if you get them. I don't know if they're on your FYP, but they're on like mine because of what I do. Um, I'm always like, ew, like who wants the old thing? Like I already said that was not the right flavor for me. Like you know, uh, been there, done that. And I also think like, yes, you can rewrite somebody, like you can do all of that and have them show up differently because if you by virtue of the laws of manifestation, right? But I'm always like, that's like, I don't know, that's more work than I want to deal with. So, um, like I said last week, love Coach Kayla, which I really like her stuff. She used the example of, it's like if you're watching a movie and you watch it on repeat and then you just go, well, I just want to watch another movie. It doesn't mean that movie's bad or that you don't like it anymore. It's not good enough or whatever. It's just, you just want to watch something different. You want a different experience. Right. More work than you want to deal with. I'm kind of that same nature too. And like, I always think, it is reprogramming your brain, but also you have to look at like, I don't know, low effort versus high effort. What are you looking for? I think I got a payment that came in. No. Okay. Um, so let's move on to Regine. What's your question? Are you still here, love? And I did by your email. I definitely still want recommendations for Oracle decks because you're welcome. Be early. Oh, thank you. Okay. The new job that's coming soon, what kind of work will it be, please? Is it still in Florida? I actually don't think it's based in Florida, but I think you're staying in Florida. So I think it's like a work from home situation or an online thing. Um, but I don't feel like it's based in Florida. So I don't know. Maybe you're doing um, like an online assistant or something like that. Because I still see you're doing the tarot stuff. Like I feel like you can do the two and it's not a big issue. And I got your payment. Did you hear that, Regine? Yes. Okay, good. Fern, what's your question? And maybe what I'll do is have Fern and then that Shar and Anne. I want you all type your questions and then I'll like just kind of, then there won't be a wait time and then I can answer them and then we'll do card readings. Hi, Fern. I was just wondering if they'll be getting into a serious relationship within the next few months. You're very welcome, Regine. So I'm going to say this. You have to put yourself out there to get into a relationship. I actually feel like it's after like the first of the year. So I'm leaning more towards February. Some of this is just like you're not really putting yourself out there yet. And then I feel like in like after the first of the year, you kind of do it. But I still feel like it's like for January, a little dead. The energy feels non-existent. They're gonna say it's like a blank thing. And then I feel like in February, so I feel like I start talking to people in February. It's not that long after it, but I have to tell you, I don't feel like this is a long-term relationship. This feels like a um, maybe 6 months at most, and then there's a month break, and then I feel like I get that long-term relationship. Sorry, didn't mean to make you wobble. Does that make sense, Fern, when I say that to you? Shifting. I decided to do strength training again. On Friday, I decided to start. Stupid. You're welcome. You just struggle with putting yourself out there. Yeah. I always think it's funny when people are like, when am I going to get a relationship? I'm like, well, especially for people who are like, I don't know, they're starting the intention of wanting it, right? But like they haven't done anything to like energetically put themselves out there, which means, and it really is an energetic thing. It's not just a matter of like going online and putting it's like energetically deciding like I'm open, I'm available, I'm attractive, like all of that stuff. Like putting that energy out there, and it draws people in. I've had an interesting time watching a particular person and seeing like their core energy of what it is. Like, so this is what I think it is for everybody actually, where we have like this base energy of who we are all the time, regardless of where. And then there's this other layer that is our energy and how we interact with specific people or specific groups of people that changes slightly. It's interesting to me. Okay. Oh, that Shar says, what is Bryce's true energy towards me right now? And the real reason he is trying to come back at this time. Last time we talked, it didn't go too well. Please don't take this personally when I say this. It's not about you. It's about him. His energy is presenting as literally a knot on a log, like a bum log. Oh. I'm not supposed to impart free will or tell people what they should do, but I just feel like walk. Like this isn't, he's not worth your time. He's not worth your energy. I almost feel like it's more of a lesson for you to become more empowered and stand in your own power rather than like looking for validation outside of yourself. And it's not like a direct looking for validation, but it's this idea that like it's like, well, what does he want? Well, what the fuck do you want? Like that's the feeling they're giving me. Sorry. That was a little direct. But it's that idea of like, what do you want? Stop worrying about what somebody else wants. What do you want? And are they able to come up to it? Like, and I'm not saying this from judgment. I'm saying I did this for years of like looking outside of myself and looking for validation outside of myself and like, well, where are they at? Like, fuck that. Like, where are you at? What do you want? And it's the universe going like, what are you going to decide in this situation? You're being presented with the same old crappy meal. What is it? There's a line in a Taylor Swift song that's like eating from trash or eating the trash. I don't know, something like that. But it's like, is that the meal you want to keep eating all over and over and over again and like expecting it to show up differently? You just found it weird because we haven't spoken in a year. Energy connections are, I mean, you can do cord cutting and sometimes you have to cord cut a couple times or more. But things get called back in when we haven't shifted a belief system. Whoever is most easily able to tap into and reflect that energy. What the fuck just changed on my computer? Sorry. You went from day to night. I don't know. Whoever can easily like feed that belief system will. And he's there. So now it's a matter of, instead of looking at like move from it from a more empowered space is the feeling I get of like, instead of wondering what does he want? Like, what do you want? And can he fulfill that? Because it feels like this is one that's not for you. And this is the opportunity for you to decide of all the work that you've been doing. Because I do feel like you've been doing a lot of work on yourself and like around like self-concept and what follows I am and all of that stuff. And it's like, does he fill that new belief system? And it's not like so people are like, it's the universe testing you. The universe does not test you. There are no tests. Think of it more like, have you ever changed the filter on a filter on a refrigerator water thing? When you put the new one in, it pushes a lot of air through and you still get this old sputtery crap coming through before you get the fresh, real clean stuff. This is the sputtery old crap coming through. And the universe is like, kind of like, do you still want that? Like, But it's not a test. The universe doesn't test you. That's just whatever. There's a lot of things I could put out there that I'm like, I'm not in alignment with that. I don't believe in that at all. Like the idea of like everything is a reflection of who you are. So if you don't like something in somebody, that's you. And I'm like, no, it's not. Just because I don't like the way somebody behaves means that that's my behavior too. Sometimes I just don't like the way somebody behaves. So this is just the old sputtery stuff coming through before the new stuff can come through. If you've been working on, which I believe you have, your self-concept work and like what you believe, it's like, well, why is that thing still happening? Well, also when you do self-concept work and you really build a better, healthy image, it doesn't mean everybody shows up perfectly. It means that you stop being triggered and allow yourself to like draw into that. And what's interesting is like some of the stuff I've been dealing with lately, you exactly even wrote a letter to myself on the things I've wanted, and this helps. Yeah. So now it's like, now look at that. It's not a test. It's a like, this is the old food system still coming through. Do you want that? You still want that meal? No? Okay. Stop worrying about what he wants. It's inconsequential. What do you want? Stop being powerless. Standing in your power doesn't mean like running around and like being like, like everybody else to do what I want. It's like, oh yeah, I'm not joining that anymore. And what's interesting, I was going to say is like, I've built a really nice community, right? That's like kind of been really supportive on some of the stuff I'm dealing with right now and some of the behaviors I'm dealing with. And, everybody has their opinion about how I'm supposed to react or deal with things. And I'm like, yeah, but I just don't care. And people are like, you don't care? I'm like, no, I don't have any energy to give towards that anymore. I don't have any energy to like get all worked up or try and make somebody do something I'm just whatever. This is my goal. This is where I'm at. This is what I want. I'm not worrying about anymore. Like, this is how your friend told you have to stop being too nice too. I don't know. Like, what? It never hurts anybody to be nice, but it's not about being too nice. It's like you need to set boundaries. You can still be nice. Set boundaries. And boundaries aren't about like making somebody do something. It's about boundaries mean this is what I'm willing to tolerate. You need to be really clear about that for yourself. This is what I'm willing to tolerate. And when somebody is not acting or treating me within those manners, maybe it means you have to have a conversation and be like, hey, I don't know if you're aware of this, but like, I don't really like being called, we're going to make it really super simple, a bitch. So like, if you're angry with me, it's okay to be angry with me, but don't call me names. It's a really clear boundary because everybody's pretty like on point with that one. Right. And then they're like, if somebody keeps calling you that, then you're like, oh, I just don't need to be in communication with you or contact with you. Right. It's not like you're like, you can't call me one, because that doesn't do anything. It's you deciding for you and knowing what your limits are and then saying, oh, that's my limit. I'm done. Okay. So I think that's what that's about. I don't think it's really about like what his angle is and all of that stuff. Anna, do you have your question written? And then we're done and we'll do some oracle card readings. And there's like another thing is like some people's behaviors are like, you didn't respond to me. Like when they get really mad or they're trying to, and it's like, well, I don't have to show up for that. Like, I'll get to you. Don't you worry. I don't know. The people who need the most boundaries will act the worst. Okay. Are there any messages or guidance for me around my current love life? I have just started seeing someone and it's going really well. Could you give me his first name or their first name? I shouldn't assume it's a boy. A man. I always think that's weird too. Like when women refer to themselves as girls when they're clearly women, or when men refer to women as girls, I'm like, Sean. Okay. Sorry. going to reread that. Sorry. Do you have lung stuff, or does Sean like asthma or something? It's like a burning. Maybe it's heartburn, but not really tight. Vapor or smoker? I feel like Sean gets a little nervous and might be like, I don't know the term, what kind of avoidant it is, but he's very nice, but I feel like emotions are hard for him, and it gets a little scary for him being vulnerable. So if he starts acting a little aloof or weird, it's not you. He has a hard time being emotionally vulnerable. I don't know why. It's like marbles in here today. I'm sorry. Like the more you can calm your nervous system and regulate your own nervous system, the better it will be. And I do feel like he does come around and starts, but it's like he's like a rescue dog. I don't know why I keep getting all the dog references today. It's where my brain's at and my guides are at today. But if you think about like a rescue animal, right? There's something with him and his mom, but and not inappropriate, just I mean like ignore that. I don't know, whatever. If you think of a rescue animal, right, that's been abused or had stuff happen, they're kind of skittish. And you have to not expect them to behave right. You have to make it known that you're a safe space. So when they act up, you still act like you're still a safe space. This is why you have to regulate your own nervous system. Eventually he gets that, and he stops acting weird when he has to be vulnerable. And I feel like wants to work on himself and move in that direction, because I don't think he's been able to accomplish that in other relationships. But it hinges on you doing those things. That said, it isn't your responsibility to do that. So if it feels like too much for you, walk away. It's not your responsibility. He can get that lesson with a million different other people. But I'm just saying this is like what they're seeing and showing me as like what might come up as a struggle in your relationship. So sometimes it's financial stuff. Sometimes this is where I think your hiccups will come from. Okay. All right. So let's move to Oracle card readings. I'm going to show you the cards. Just put in there which one you want. You don't have to say, I want one. I don't really care. Just put whichever deck you want, and we'll pick from some. This was fun. Everybody seemed to like this one last time. The Crystal Wisdom Healing Oracle. I'll do Pocket Archetypes. The Wisdom Oracle, Green Witches. What else do we have? Hang on. Spirit Animal. Women and Myth. I still need to play with this one to see what it is, because I don't really know much about it. But Enchanted Map,
past life. I feel like there's an inner child one somewhere. Oh, there it is. Inner child. I gotta get it because it fell back. Jesus Christ, I don't want that. Oh no.
Sorry, one fell off my lap. All right, inner child. So go ahead and put what you want. Violet, you don't have to ask. You just tell me what deck you want. There you are, silly pants. How are you? All right. Let me write down my list and figure out what y'all want. Oopsie daisy. These are so dirty. Holy shit. Sorry. God. Well, that was pointless. I need my eyeglass cleaner. Okay. Let me see if this shirt will clean up better. All right. McKeegan wants Wisdom Oracle. So you're up first because you put it first. Look at that. Nicole wants Pocket Archetype. Okay. All right, McKeegan. I liked the crystal one last time. Oh, there was something, I can't remember who it was. When I went and looked back I was looking at another video and I was like, oh, their Oracle card reading actually really made sense. I don't know if they knew it. All right, this is for McKeegan. What card would be helpful for him this week? Blessed. I always think blessed is weird, even though I know people use it all the time. But I always I equate it to like the whole Christian thing. Like, I'm blessed and highly favored. Can you tell I have such a interesting relationship with Christianity? It's number 22, which is like what do they call it? A master number in numerology. It's my birthday, July 22nd. I'm literally born. If I was born 27 minutes later, I would be a Leo. Okay. Nothing like sliding in like the procrastinator I am. Okay. Blessed. Essential meanings. Something wonderful that is unearned and unexpected. Grace that is an unforeseen gift from Spirit. You just have a sip of water. The Oracle's message. There are moments in life when, out of the blue, it seems that everything has been orchestrated by divine intervention. You feel blessed in ways that are difficult to express. It's as if the Red Sea parts in front of you and events come together to banish your troubles easily and naturally. You know deep down you did not deserve any of it, and yet here you are. This is one of those times. Let awe and gratitude for all of your blessings guide you now. Now, I'm going to put a little caveat on there because I don't believe in that crap of like, you don't deserve things. Like, you fucking deserve things. Okay, sorry. Relationship message. You are moving towards and deepening it. You are moving toward and deepening. A deepening of intimacy and a unique and sacred partnership. You know you are meant to make this connection. This union blessed by the divine will bring transformation and beauty to the world. This is also a sign that, even more important, you're being called to a deeper intimacy with yourself and spirit. With this new development, you will see evidence of grace in your life. Prosperity message, unexpected windfalls and good fortune come your way now. You're in a phase where any difficulties or obstacles that have stymied your success seem to disappear on their own. Be ready to receive. The windows of opportunity will open wide. Accept the blessings given to you now, and don't forget to share them. Okie dokie artichoke. It's a good number. Gotta tell you. I'm not biased or anything. Okay. So after McKeegan, I've got Pocket Archetype for Nicole. Oh, Nicola. Sorry. You're welcome, McKeegan. Yikes. Okay. Nicola, this is for you. What does Nicola need? I don't use these much, so let's see how they work. Agape. And you can read Roman numerals. I don't know what that is. I don't know what L is. But interestingly enough, the other part of it is 22. I don't know what L is, so I'm sorry. Does anybody know what the L is in Roman numerals? I guess that wasn't important in most of my math classes. Okay. So there's little notes on the side here. Agape can also be felt as an overwhelming love of family, partner, community. Recognize it by a deep swell of gratitude. When in the light, service, reverence, honor, joy. When dark, which it's not, it was in the light. Go deeper. Children's chairs from around the world. I don't know what the fuck that is. Sorry. The Greek word agape informs the English word agape. I think it's supposed to have the mouth agape is to be awestruck by something of breathtaking delight. We are made humble once again. What if instead of putting yourself at the center of your spiritual practice, you put God, goddess, or nature at the center? How would this change your approach? Such is the energy of agape. It is alive when we are in awe and wonder, our breath taken away by the sacred force that surrounds us and asks for nothing in return. This card can indicate a spiritual initiation that stretches your capacity to love and serve. You sense the earthly as the heavenly and vice versa. Such an initiatory moment can appear in any form, and like a healing balm to the modern soul, its effects last a lifetime. The agape card may also suggest you reassess what you worship every day, consciously or unconsciously. What are you elevating? Where does the sacred ladder you climb ultimately lead to? So I guess like looking at things from a different perspective, allowing yourself to be a little bit more awestruck in the magic of the world. Okay. The round ones. Okay. Violet wants these ones too. Okay. And so does Silly Pants. You're welcome. All right. Listen, I know I have commentary on some of the things people write, but I always think a lot of people with good intentions have very limiting beliefs, and I like to expand as much as possible. All right, so this one is going to be for Violet. What does Violet need for this week? I'm laughing because it shuffled really weird. And because before that they said, okay, just one more. I'm like, really? That's like what? Okay. All right. The seed. It looks like this. And it's, hang on, I need to know this because it's going to annoy me and my brain will be itchy about it. L in Roman numerals means 50. So this would be 66. And I guess the other one would have been 72. I almost opened perfectly to the page. I only had to turn one back. Okay, so it says, one of the alchemist's favorite images was the pearl. Hang on. Favorite images was the pearl, the irritant, over time becomes the treasure. What is your grit? When light, generative, fertile, germinating, building. When dark, it's festering, stewing, and dormant. And then go deeper. James Hillman's acorn theory is the Saul's code. Saul being the soul's code. Jesus Christ, this. Even with my reading glasses. Ugh. All right, whatever. The soul's code. So you could look up that. James Hillman, Hillman. The true seed is elusive. If we follow any story towards its origin, it spirals further and further back in time in this way. We are always the seed and always the fruit it bears. The seed is the beginning, the origin, the pearl. Beginnings come in many forms. They are not always a beautiful seed placed intentionally in nourishing soil. Origin stories, like any birth story, are complex, surprising, multi-layered, and usually reveal a central image or detail that represents the fully formed being. Simply stated, the end is present in the beginning, or the entire oak tree resides within the acorn. Whether you follow the imaginal theory or not, know that when this card appears, there is potent generative energy all around. It stirs your very insides and usually results in an antsy, impatient feeling. Pay particular attention to what agitates you, as it is a sure sign of growth to come. You are bumping up against the growth edge. It is from the grit that the pearl eventually comes to be. I kind of like these cards. Okay. I like the eyeballs. And then Silly Pants also wants this one. So Silly Pants, this will be for you. What does Silly Pants need to know this week? Oh, that one just popped out, so I'm going to give it to you. And it is 58. The Nectar. And it says the Nectar, the Mystic, and Alethea cards are linked. It is the mystic who likes Krishna, turns poison into nectar, and it is truth that can often serve as a potent elixir for healing. Sense the nectar within you, dripping from the crown of the head. Whenever it's in red, it's really hard for me to read. I don't know why. Dripping from the crown of the head and soothing the brain. Let it drip down the spine like sweet honey. Sorry. When light, glowing, relaxed, subtle illumination. When dark, fixation on fixing, aggressive approach to healing. Go deeper. The Wind, One Brilliant Day by Antonia Machado. The Nectar, the medicine, the elixir, the garden. In Hindu mythology, there is a miraculous substance known as Amrit, or nectar, that contains infinite healing power. This golden nectar or sacred elixir is the drink of immortality and, like its sister substance, Soma, it's known to activate subtle intelligent forces that ease the mind, body, and spirit. Though esoteric, these images lead us to the central energy of this archetype, the sweet, potent heavenly essence that lubricates our spirit back to life, The Nectar card calls us to identify and relish in places, practices, people, and activities that regenerate and heal. Medicine is needed, and it comes in subtle form uh, that you may be overlooking. Seek the most sensuous, fragrant flower in the garden you have forgotten. Don't underestimate this remedy. It is said when someone has activated this substance within, it is reflected in their shimmering eyes. Sorry. That's Silly Pants. That was for you. Is that Mila? Women Oracle. And you're welcome. Okay, so this is for Mila. What does Mila need to know? I'm just trying to make sure I'm not skipping anyone. Women Oracle. And then Anna wants crystals. And is that it then? Misty? Yeah, Misty, what card do you want? Of course it's not too late. Misty, you sent that email about validating about talking about the job stuff. So what, I don't remember what I told you. You want the animal one? Got it. Okay, so we'll do it this order. Let me just put these back. I'm trying to put it back a little quieter because it sounds like when I was watching some of the videos that I'm just like slamming stuff around. Oh, Regina, I didn't do yours. What do you want, love? Which deck do you want? So this one is for Mila. What does she need to know this week? Oh, this is interesting. Arwello, heroine, the power broker. So are these alphabetical? Because they didn't do it right if they are. Or do I know how to? I would think I know how to alphabetize, but apparently, let me see. I see how they're done. Okay. Okay. Are you ready? Okay. Leadership, power, and confidence. Her story. Arwello is a legendary Somali queen who smashed the patriarchy in her quest to defy gender roles, empowering women to assume leadership positions and men to take on child-rearing responsibilities. Card meaning. This card represents competition, challenge, and conflict. Power and karmic imbalances can lead to fear-based actions. Refusing to pay it forward or back can cause unrest. Her advice. Arwello is giving you the reins. Now steer yourself to your desired outcome and bring others along with you. Remember that the universe is abundant and so are opportunities. Surround yourself with people who uplift you, make you smarter, and inspire you to be better. Leave behind those who don't, won't, or can't. You got some clearing out to do. Kali kind of does that too. Inner child for you. Got it. That was Mila. Oh, cool. Anna, this is yours, Crystal Wisdom. What card does Anna need this week?
Polychrome jasper. Oop, and that's number 31. Polychrome jasper is a shaman stone that assists with traveling between worlds, offering protection while you travel. It helps you to remember why you are living on Earth. Self-understanding. You belong to a greater group, be it a family or clan. If you feel isolated, reach out to others out of strength rather than neediness. The stone offers you security for companionship. Choose an animal ally. Ground your efforts in the practical, everyday world. You have the gift of meditation. No, sorry, just kidding. Mediation and see all sides of an issue. Divination. Big changes are in the offing. Concentrate on practical outcomes. Be down to earth, but pay attention to dreams. Balance your emotional energies and nurture yourself to find joy. Find your power ally and stay under its protection and guidance. Give assistance to others who seek freedom. Guard against giving away your power. Healing insight. Dis-ease arises out of the ancestral distress carried in DNA. Healing and forgiveness sent down your family line replaces this with well-being. Frequency, earth, chakra, spleen, under your left armpit, which your spleen is not under your left armpit, but also I'm not sure what's going on there. I think that's where the chakra is located. Okay. Earth star and soma is mid hairline. Oh, remember, I think last week, if you were here, they talk about some different, like these are all the chakras. Like there's a lot of them. Timing is Leo, Libra, and Aquarius. Soul path is integration and reconnection. And then I think it's Misty. And if I'm missing anybody, then I'll do Misty and then Regine. If I'm missing anybody, please holler at me while I'm doing theirs. If I skipped you on accident, just let me know. You're welcome, Anna. All right. Misty, what card does she need this week? The porcupine spirit. Oh my God, I think porcupines are so dang cute, but they're super stinky. I think they have a lot of musk oil or something. 48. And they don't shoot their quills out. I don't know if you knew that. Fun fact. Time for beginner mind. Oracle message. When porcupine spirit calls your name, you are being asked to adopt a beginner's mind and to approach situations with innocence and curiosity. The old confining stories no longer have a hold on you. Life is full of surprises hiding in plain sight. Looking at the world afresh with new eyes can help you find what you have been seeking. Whether it's a relationship, an opportunity, or evidence that you have all you need right now to co-create what you desire. Who knew? Porcupine asks you to be playful and have a childlike curiosity. There is so much awaiting for you that you have yet to discover. That's that. I think that is interesting, given that you started at a new place, that you would get that card. So yay. And then Regine, and then we're done. And I will be back. I'm going to do them over Thanksgiving weekend because whatever. Just wait for the emails, and I'll let you know exactly what day and time and how to do that, how I'll do that. Okie dokie. All right. So this one is for Regine. You think it fits too, yeah. I always think it's interesting when I know a little bit. Whatever. All right, Regine, what's your story? What do you need for you this week? That will help you grow and heal. 45. You do not have to go it alone. Reach out for support in this time. 43. Did I say 41? 43. It can be a tricky thing to navigate the spaces between independence and reliance. For many people, as they are growing up, independence might have been worshipped as the highest standard of personal character and personal achievement, and reliance on another may have been seen as a weakness or as being very overly needy. While it is good to take responsibility for ourselves, we were never meant to walk this life in solitude.
If you have pulled this card, then it is time to be honest with yourself about what you need at this moment. This card might be also indicate that it is time to seek professional help as well. No, you don't need to. You're good. Self-care exercise. Your needs are not bad, but rather a normal part of being human. If during childhood you were not allowed to have certain needs or feel certain emotions, you might have felt safer making yourself less. It is okay to make your needs known and to take up space. You do not have to separate yourself or go it alone. Take steps to connect with trusted friends and family and let them be helpful to you. They will be happy to do so and will most likely feel fulfillment and joy in being of service to you. Responsive journaling prompt. Is there anything holding you back from asking for your needs to be met? If so, how can you take steps today to ask for help? All right, I think that's everybody. Are y'all good? I hope so. All right, have a good week. Thanks for hanging out, and I'll see you next weekend. And if you do Thanksgiving, happiest Thanksgiving to you. Okie dokie artichokes.